The morning does not ask for permission to rise, it simply appears soft and endless above the horizon, as if to whisper that beginnings do not require approval, they only require courage, and in that gentle light the heart remembers that it too can begin again, that it too can find the quiet strength to continue, even after nights that felt like forever. The path of becoming is not made of golden stones, it is made of ordinary moments where you decide to keep going when no one is watching, where you choose kindness when your heart feels tired, where you forgive yourself for being imperfect, because imperfection is not failure, it is evidence of humanity, and humanity is sacred. There are days when silence feels heavy, like a forgotten weight pressing upon your chest, yet within that silence lives every answer. You have been running from the truth does not scream, it waits patiently for you to listen, and when you finally stop chasing what you are supposed to be, you begin to hear who you already are. Every wound becomes a teacher, every mistake becomes a doorway, every disappointment a mirror reflecting not what you lost, but what you are meant to understand. Sometimes you must lose what you wanted to discover what you needed. Sometimes the universe takes things away only to make space for what was always meant to arrive. You are not behind, you are exactly where you should be, because growth does not happen in comparison, it happens in the quiet evolution of your own becoming. When the world tells you to rush, your soul asks you to slow down, because wisdom is not found in speed, it is found in presence. There will be moments when the world feels loud, when every thought collides inside your mind like waves against a fragile shore. But if you listen closely, beneath the chaos there is a rhythm that belongs only to you, a heartbeat that has never stopped guiding you home. Home is not a place, it is the moment you realize you no longer need to prove your worth. It is the gentle understanding that you have always been enough, even when you doubted it, even when others could not see it. Your value does not diminish in darkness. Your light does not disappear when unseen. The human heart was not designed for perfection, it was designed for experience. It was designed to break so that compassion could flow through the cracks like light through stained glass. It was designed to love, knowing that love will sometimes ache, because without ache there is no depth, and without depth there is no meaning. To walk the silent path within is to remember that healing is not a destination, it is a practice. It is not about erasing pain, it is about transforming it into wisdom. You do not escape the darkness, you integrate it, you hold it, you learn from it, and in doing so, you become whole. Every sunrise carries a message that nothing truly ends. The night may fall, but morning always returns, and so do you. Every time you rise after a fall, you are reborn, softer, wiser, stronger, and more compassionate, because each scar is not a reminder of pain, but of endurance. You are allowed to rest. Rest is not weakness, it is preparation for your next chapter. The world glorifies movement, but stillness is where you remember who you are. You cannot pour from an empty vessel, and you cannot find clarity in noise. Give yourself permission to pause, to breathe, to simply exist without demand. The journey of self-reflection begins when you stop asking what you should do and start asking who you truly are, beyond roles, beyond labels, beyond expectation. Who are you when no one is watching? Who are you when silence is your only companion? In that sacred stillness, you will meet yourself, and it will be the most honest reunion of your life. Sometimes growth means leaving behind versions of yourself that no longer fit the dreams you once had, may not align with the soul you are becoming, and that is not failure, that is evil. Not everyone will understand your transformation, and that is okay. Your path was never meant to be explained, it was meant to be lived. The mountain you climb is not outside of you, it is within every thought, every emotion, every fear that you face is a stone you must step upon to rise higher. There is no shortcut to the summit, and yet there is beauty in every step, because every step is a prayer, every breath is progress. You do not need to have it all figured out to move forward. You only need faith the size of a whisper, faith that the path will appear as you walk, faith that even when you stumble, you are still moving in the right direction. Faith that what is meant for you cannot miss. No matter how many times you fall, the storms that come are not here to destroy you. They are here to cleanse you, to strip away what no longer belongs, to test your roots, to teach you that peace is not the absence of chaos, but the ability to remain grounded within it. The tree does not resist the wind, it bends, and by bending it, survives. And so most you bend, do not break flow, do not fight, trust that even when it feels like everything is falling apart, something deeper is falling into place. You cannot see the entire mosaic while you are still a single piece, but one day you will look back and understand why it all unfolded the way it did. Your worth is not determined by your productivity. Your purpose is not limited to your achievements. You are not a machine, you are a soul made of stories and starlight. You are here to feel, to learn, create, to love, to live, and to lose, and to rise again. The mirror may show you your reflection, but only your heart shows you your truth. Do not measure yourself by what you see, but by what you give, by how you make others feel, by how you choose to keep hope alive even when the world grows dim. When you learn to sit with discomfort, it transforms into wisdom. When you learn to forgive yourself, your heart expands. When you learn to let go, you make room for miracles. And when you learn to love yourself unconditionally, you stop chasing validation, because you realize that nothing external can complete what was already whole. Life will test you with the same lessons until you learn them not as punishment, but as practice. The universe repeats what you resist and releases what you embrace. When you surrender to what is, you invite peace. When you cling to what was, you invite pain. There is power in surrender. Not the kind that gives up, but the kind that lets go, the kind that trusts the flow of time, the kind that knows everything has a rhythm, every season a purpose, every pause a meaning. The sun does not envy the moon, the river does not question the mountain, the flower does not rush to bloom. Everything unfolds in divine timing, and so do you. One day you will realize that the things you feared most never truly defined you, that the heartbreaks were teachers, that the failures were that every goodbye was a silent blessing preparing you for the person you were meant to become. You are not broken, you are becoming. The cracks you carry are the places where your light shines through the loudest. The pain you survived is proof of your resilience. Your story is not over. It is still being written with every choice you make, with every breath you take. Forgive yourself for not knowing sooner. Forgive yourself for the times you stayed too long, for the times you did not believe in yourself. You did the best you could with what you knew, and now that you know better, you will do better. Self-reflection is not about judgment. It is about awareness. It is not about shame. It is about understanding. It is about holding yourself with compassion as you uncover every part of who you are, the light, the shadow, and everything in between. You cannot hate yourself into healing. You can only love yourself there. You must replace self-criticism with curiosity. Instead of asking what is wrong with me, ask, what is this trying to teach me? The greatest act of courage is to be gentle in a world that rewards hardness, to remain kind in a world that forgets softness, to choose empathy even when it hurts. You are not behind, you are growing in invisible ways that others cannot see. You are expanding beyond what you used to be, and that is enough. Every breath you take is proof that you are still here, still trying, still becoming. Every sunset whispers that endings are illusions, that something beautiful awaits beyond the dark, that life renews itself endlessly, that you are part of that eternal renewal. Do not rush your healing. Let it unfold like a sunrise, slowly, quietly, beautifully. The road will twist, the light will fade, the nights will feel endless, but even the darkest sky holds stars, and even the longest journey begins with a single breath, a single choice, a single step. Choose yourself, choose love, choose faith, even when it feels impossible, even when no one else believes it, because one day you will look back and thank yourself for not giving up, for continuing to rise, for daring to believe that something better awaited. And it did. It always did. Because within you, there has always been light. You only needed to remember it.